What's up, y'all? I'll be your freakazoid. Come on and wind me up. There's Beau Nair hanging here with my bass guitar, my trusty Rickenbacker. Getty style, black and white. Woohoo! The world ain't black and white though, is it? A lot of shades of gray, a lot of nuance out there. If you're not familiar with nuance, well, you may have an attitude problem and need an adjustment. I can provide that funky adjustment for you. That's right, Shaquille O'Neal every time. Listen, y'all, I'm Beau Nair, and I'm coming at you live and in person. I like to hang with my people now and then. Take the old chops out for a sniffing, if you know what I mean. I think you do. Jed, oh man, I'm just funking around tonight. This bass is an instrument of funk. It's just great, man. There's something about it that's super percussive. You can taste it, can't you? I bet you can. Oh, man, I can taste it too. Yes, I can smell it, actually. You're right. Funk has that kind of smell, makes you kind of squinch up your nostril. You got a nostril squinching going on? You may be hearing the funk, feeling the funk, and smelling the funk. That's right. You know what I'm talking about. I think you do. That's right. Y'all want to ask me some questions? Oh, yeah, go ahead. Now, I can't answer that question. It's the TikTok. You know, there's something about people say, well, Beau Nair, you afraid of being canceled on the TikTok? It's like, hey, man, you got to read a room. I don't need to be the dirtiest, filthiest version of myself. I can do that on the Instagram or YouTube or live in your living room. But, you know, if I'm going to hang here on the TikTok, there might be some youngsters watching. I don't want to corrupt anybody too badly, unless it's with the funk music, which I don't mind that if it gets in your booty. That's all right. You know, at any age, you can feel the funk. I'm really going for the elderly. I don't want anybody breaking a hip. So the older you get, the more you need to keep shaking your booty. You got to move to live to move. That's right. Out there's a granny's booty. That's who's in need of my extra orgasmic sense of fun. I like this kind of stuff. Come on, Steve Harris, let's go. I like that kind of stuff. I know my Iron Maiden. I know my heavy metal, y'all. You don't doubt my metal credentials? My mastery? Come on. I got a little mastery in tucked in my pocket. What you got to say? Oh, nice. Nice to meet you, too. Where are you all coming in from? Where are you all dialing in from? Where are you tuning in Tokyo from? Right there, these two fingers tend to do a lot. Maybe some people do it with three. I'm a two-finger kind of guy. Ask your sister, especially. I gave her bass lessons. Oh, no, I didn't. But I did teach her the fine art of fingering the G string. We call that practice. You know how long I had to practice on your sister to get that down? Long time. I actually practiced longer than I needed to because I was enjoying it so much. Don't tell the family. I'm going to save that for the Christmas card. Oh! You down with the funk? I hope so. Suspended license was a person. My license is clean, man. I live a clean life in the best sense possible. You know what I mean? I keep my nose clean. No powders over here. Pure flower. That's my thing. Thank you very much. I encourage you to share my lifestyle of 110%ing it up in whatever realm you're living in. What realm are you in, princess? Or are you the queen? Are you a queen? It's all right. Everybody's good here. We're in an all-inclusive, I don't care what you are. You know what? I got extra compassion if someone's struggling to figure out who they are. Think about that. People out there, the transgender community. People having a troublesome time figuring out who they are. What, you know who you are so well, or are you just a bunch of automatic processes looping in a self-perpetuating generational trauma? I'm going deep with you tonight. Don't think. I'm not afraid to reach in there and touch that nerve there. Oh, yeah. Listen to what I'm saying. I'm telling you the truth. Look, I come in with the funk and the jokes about booty and stuff like that. Joking on your booty. But really, I got some good stuff to tickle you with. Tickle your fancy. I like to have your fancy tickle. Oh, tickling your fancy. With your best friend, Nancy. Yeah. Do you guys remember Dick Tracy? Remember Tracy? Never mind. Dick Tracy was a famous detective back when they called a detective a dick. Not my nomenclature. I don't think they use that anymore. I don't think private dick is something to put on a business card anymore, unless there may be some sort of an escort or something. I don't know. Or they're just a secretive, terrible person. I don't know. You wear it on your sleeve, right? Wear your heart on your sleeve, or wherever you want on your body. Well, I think we just passed Ronnie James Theo's birthday. Would have been. That was a guy right there. Talk about honor, trust, respect, right? You go to a Dio concert, you're handing yourself over to Ronnie James, no problem. No problem at all. Not like that questionable Yngwie Malmsteen fella. Well, hey man, I'm gonna unleash the fury. The fury of my funk. That's right. I mean, okay, the wheedly, that's pretty cool. You can do that pretty fast, but I mean, you got Jeff Scott Soto singing I Am a Viking, then all right, you know, something like that. You can pull me in. You get the melodic, you know. Right? Now if I'm going to see Queen's Rock, I want to see Queen in Love. Why not? Well, what you doing? Oh, man, gorgeous. I don't know about that. Insatiably handsome. All right, I'll take that. It's crazy. Wow, you could DM me that question. I don't know if I could answer that in public. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Now over here on the TikTok, I got to keep it a little clean. It's all right. I don't mind. I ain't being canceled or anything like that. Oh, but I got to tell you, dude. So I booked a gig, right, for my band because I need to put it on video so I can send it out and get some gigs, right? I need to book some gigs. People like Beau Nair, can you really play this? I'm playing right now. You can tell that I play, but I get it. I booked this club, and I don't want to even start like a whole beef online, but I booked this club, and they were cool. Man, they had a piano there, and I need a piano because I got to play a piano, right? I mean, I'm a piano player. I have a keyboard's a keyboard, but it's the reason I don't sleep with rubber women. They're bouncing all over the room. But point being, the clubs, they never listen to my music. They just book me. And they had a thing about profanity, but I was like, well, it's just a private gig. It's not like a public show. So we're not webcasting or anything like that. So hopefully that doesn't cross over your profanity clause. But for some reason, there's a problem. You let me know. Nobody called. So I'm getting up to a couple days, right, from the show. I'm rehearsing the band. I got a lot of time put into it, right? I shine my shoes, all that kind of stuff. Guy called, shoot me an email. Hey, Beau Nair, sorry, we can't have you at the club. Don't ever contact me again. Because a man writes a song with a couple of dirty concepts and words and thoughts in it doesn't mean I'm a bad guy. Coming in there all heart, a lot of empathy, and a whole lot of funky music. And I got canceled. Can you believe that? They ain't starting a beef. I mean, they're just going to be the ones that have to say, well, we could have had him when he would just want to come in and jam, man. Now he's selling out arenas and stadiums and stuff like that, putting on the bona fide fireworks show. Bona fide, that's right. One of my albums. You guys have heard my 9 records, right? 9 albums. I put it all out. I pooped it out of my big baby hole of a mind and gave it to you, the people. And I want the people to go with it, all right? Oh, Hank Williams Jr., come on, man. Listen, there comes a time when you got to reckon that every white person with a beard ain't the same. You're stereotyping. Look what you're doing. People talk about stereotyping, but look at you stereotyping me. Like you wouldn't guess that I'm a huge Spice Girls fan, would you? Or that the band Rush is one of my well, okay, you guessed that the band Rush is one of my favorite bands. Okay. You wouldn't guess that I ate a heroic dose of mushrooms and saw the band Fish 3 nights in a row. You might not guess that I have no taste for modern country music. Or maybe you do guess that because I say it often. I have no taste for modern country music. All that auto-tuning and focus testing, group writing, paddling, I'm sorry. There are very nice people out there, but whew, had to get that off my chest. Much like your mother's dance routine where she kind of squatted on me. Coming straight at you. That's right. Have you heard of the NBC live stream trend? I have not heard of that. I don't get on trends much. Maybe that's why I'm missing the boat. I ain't doing the TikTok dances or nothing like that. I'm coming to you live, raw, unexpurgated. I'm my own thing. You're going to have to deal with the fact that I don't fit somewhere. Funky white boy, all right. But let me just give you one thought on that, okay? Because I don't self-identify as a white boy. First of all, I'm a man. And the difference between a man and a boy is self-control. Ladies, back me up on this. Gentlemen, take note right now. Self-control is what makes you a man. In many ways. It's a multi-level conversation we're going to have at some point. White and black ain't two different things. It's kind of like hot and cold. It's two ends of the spectrum. And from the whitest albino person you could find on one end to the most darkest Sierra Leone, whoever you can find on the other end, that's a spectrum. And in the middle of that spectrum is various shades of brown. I myself am brown. Come on, look at me. There's a white wall behind me. I'm obviously standing out from this. And I understand what people who do self-identify as white, what they're trying to say. You're saying you're like marshmallows refusing to melt in the hot chocolate of the melting pot of the United States of America. You can't refuse to melt, especially when you put your heart next to Beau Nair. I'm going to melt your heart. I'm going to melt your heart. I might even fart. it's a place to start. I think we could all bring it together. We could all unify. We could start by hugging. Maybe have an orgy or two or three. We could try to see eye to eye. And maybe you and me and a whole lot of people could all just get together. That's right, I'm winging it, folks. You can get together like an open-faced peanut butter sandwich. Like a sandwich with me. I'll be the PB, you be the jelly. Maybe you and me can try to fit me in between your thighs. Hey, maybe you and I could go down and have ourselves a little piece of cake. Maybe that is what it will take for you and me to get funky together with a party or two. A party or two. Dufresne. That's right. Nobody cares about the Dufresnes anymore, do they? You know what I'm talking about? Check your prostate. I like to remind you all of that. Seriously, become friendly with your prostate. Just get to know it a little bit. Shake hands. Or just ding dong like a doorbell. Ding dong like a doorbell on your prostate. It's the best way. All right. Well, that was a quick made-up song. Come on, man. I'm borrowing over this guitar. This is my bass. If anything, it looks like I stole it from Geddy Lee. Woo-wee! Rickenbacker. These people you're talking about, they don't play like me. They don't play the boogie-woogie piano. They play the bass like me. You're trying to compare apples and oranges, but you're really comparing apples and gorillas. I'm a gorilla. That's right. I'm the gorilla chilla killer. So anyhow, a Yellowstone reference. I've never seen the Yellowstone, but suddenly a lot of women seem to really be into cowboy hats and chops. So I'm guessing that's the reason, right? Oh man. Sometimes a trend just runs you right over the mustache. And then you smell that? Woo, I do. Hey. I love seeing those little hearts come up. That means you love me, and I love you too. You know how much love I have in my heart. Beau Nair right here. Full of love. Overflowing, actually. Overflowing. That's the way I'm going. Not even one nipple showing. Not even one. I didn't even leave it open like that. I'm a little demure tonight. If you didn't notice, I ain't ripping off my bodice and giving you the, oh, Fabio. You know who Fabio is? Get your prostate checked. All right. So, long time ago, I was watching some adult movies. Turning 25 tomorrow. Any advice? I do have advice for you at 25. First of all, I want you to imagine yourself at 80 years old, looking back on yourself at 25 and wishing like hell you could go back and do it all over again. But I want you to think about that person in a different way. The 80-year-old you is depending on you to make some good life choices. You could hear this out there, people, if you're under 25 as well. What's that 80? Let's go 100. You guys, your new generation gonna live a long time. 100-year-old version of you. What's that 100-year-old version of you gonna want intact? Your teeth, that's a big one, right? Your eyes, right? Your hearing, things you gotta protect, right? Your mind. I ain't saying don't, take yourself on a psychedelic journey here and there, but be careful with how many precious brain cells you got that you crisp up and they don't come back. You're telling the same story to your grandkids if you can even have them. Seed slows down to a dull pulse. Anyhow, all I'm saying is, think about that version of you. Look around at older people. Look at them and say, what did that person do to look like that? To be in the shape that they're in, right? And most importantly, you're 25 years old. Have a lot of fun. Be safe. Follow your dreams. Start to cut loose the things from your past that don't serve you. That's right. Maybe tell a couple of choice people what the letters FO mean. Right? Maybe start to give a little less of a damn about what people think of you about that. Because you're going to get to a point when you get to a certain age where you don't give a good raccoon's butt about who cares what about you. Life's too short, man. Goes by like that. 25 years old? Man, do some traveling, see the world. Follow your heart. Listen to Beau Nair. Travel around the world. And if you can't afford a vacation, take one in your mind of the psychedelic kind. That's right. We don't advocate, any usage of drugs or anything like that. But in the medicinal sense, many people feel like a heroic dose of psilocybin might just be the kind of vacation that they needed from themselves to separate from the ego, right? Oh, you know what I'm talking about. Maybe you don't. Maybe you're so involved with your ego that you don't realize it is a separate piece that you can peel away and be unencumbered by. Like the Buddhists talk about suffering and attachment. You got to detach. Ain't nothing like a good trip to take you there. There's my bass concerto. Comments in this were filtered to protect the community's experience. Hey, y'all, man. Oh, you guys get a little saucy in the comments when I'm not looking. If I'm playing and I'm performing and trying to sing a little song or something like that, I might not be reading the comments as they go by. And evidently a couple of people were leaving some sauce, a little too much sauce on the meat here. So you could always hit me up in the DMs. You could find me over on the Instagram for a little more unexpurgated kind of thing. But really, I got some good stuff coming. Guess what, Daddy? What am I supposed to say to that? What? Am I Daddy? Wow, you got daddy issues, and I'm supposed to, oh, wow, man, I know how, that kind of role-playing is a little dangerous, especially if you've Oedipal kind of, killing tribes don't bet. Well, maybe, I don't know. Guess what? You say, guess what? You're supposed to tell me something. I'm sitting here waiting. I could play my wait music. When I'm walking, I strut my stuff, and I'm so strung out. I'm high as a kite, you just might stop and check me out. Let me go out like a blister in the sun. Let me go out. Big hands, I know I'm the one. Body and beats, I stain my sheets, I don't even know why. I'm Beau Nair, you don't care, I can't even cry. Let me go out like a blister in the sun. I'm just messing around with y'all. Oh, man. Hello from Mississippi. Oh, man, Mississippi. My favorite state with PP in it. Oh, man. I'm telling you, it really makes me laugh. Hey, you know what the biggest pencil in the world is? Pennsylvania. Oh, hey, really? Oh, my gosh. That's some lowbrow humor right there, man. That could be a dad joke. If you're a dad out there, take that one on the homer side. All right, rickety-doo-dah, listen up. You're telling me to listen up. What am I listening for? You know, people tell me something, saying something to me. I'm like, what are you saying to me? Like, I know you're on your trip, I'm on my trip. Our trips might not be meshing in the realm of reality. Reality is not to be shared by everybody, but the funk tends to unite us in reality. That's right. You can feel it. Play Misty for me. Some Primus. Jerry was a race car driver. I don't really do a lot of the slappity. It's not really my thing. I leave the slappity up to the people who do the slappity. That's fine. Slapping the bass, that's all right. I'm a finger funker. I can play with the pick, but I'm a finger funker. Hey, I'm new. What kind of music do you play? My music is a mix of country and funk that I call funktree. I have 9 albums. Beau Nair. You can find me everywhere music is streaming. Listen to my 9 records and dip on in, and then you tell me what kind of music that I play. Made up my own title because I didn't fit anywhere. And that's what I want to impart upon you people. Don't fit anywhere. Fit everywhere. Come on now. Oh, tell your mother thank you. Damn, you funny too. Oh, man, that and a bucket of pork and beans will get you everywhere. Wow. Some Tennessee whiskey. I don't know Tennessee whiskey. And I don't drink Tennessee whiskey. I could play you some California cannabis. I can't show you any. I can't do it on here. I can barely even allude to it. I can only talk about it in medicinal terms. TikTok's kind of funny that way. It's okay. That's all right. Johnny Paycheck. You can take this job and shove it. I ain't working here no more. How about that? Take your Johnny Paycheck and stick it up your rear. Rear entry in the building of your booty. Oh, nice to see you too. Very nice. No Johnny Rebel, no please. I like to play the good stuff. Then you can tell me goodbye. Come on, you guys know that stuff? Anybody? Jim Reeves or, the old stuff, Marty Robbins? Down in the West Texas town of El Paso, there was a girl named right? Back when everybody had a Mexican girl across the border. Her name was Yolanda. I don't know. What was her name? Who knows? My goodness. Hey, nice to meet you too. Really a pleasure. Great. Big fat one. Yeah, you got my tune, the Big Fat P. I can't say it on the TikTok. It's really hard, man. I don't know. Maybe I ain't being canceled. I'm just too extreme in some ways. Too much for some people and really not for the kids. So that's a good thing, I really try to hit on the elderly. There's no grooming involved. You know that, right? You just get right to it. You don't know how long you got. I like to rock out too. It's not just about the funk. Sometimes I get my Steve Harris on. Told the Iron Maiden up the irons. Peace of mind. That's right. Right? The Revelations, peace of mind. You guys know what I'm talking about, right? Oh, man. Nothing like some Iron Maidens. Classic Maiden. I like the new Maiden too. Brave New World's a pretty cool record. Brave New World's kind of like for Steely Dan. Follow me on this, all right? You know I'm a big Dan fan, a fan of the Dan. You must listen. If you do listen to Steely Dan, you can get your prostate checked. Hey, how about that? Any major dude will tell you. Where was I going with that? I don't even know. See, that's the problem. I might have forgotten exactly what I was going for there on the Steely Dan tip. It's okay. We're live. That's the thing. You saw Iron Maiden, great live show. I saw Maiden any chance I could. They're playing this Power Trip Festival. I just don't have it in me to go to a 3-night festival. That Judas Priest taking over for Ozzy, that's pretty cool. And Robert Halford out there. The Electric Eye. Man, I know it's going to be a great concert. I just don't have it in me. I got to tell you, I can't go out to the desert. It's too much sand, not enough ocean for me. Too much beach. It's all beach. But, I'm hoping they come back around. I've seen them so many times, so I ain't feeling like I'm missing out where I'm like, oh my God, I never saw them made. No. And it's the last time. Like, I'll see Nirvana next time. There's those times that happens. Unexpected. God damn. Yeah, couldn't wait till after the tour. Randy Rhoads, go up in a plane. Never got to see Randy Rhoads. That was before my time, but still, I mean, in terms of like tragedies, I was aware of that. And I was like, man, one day you're here, the next day you're gone. Here today, gone tomorrow. You know that song? Whoo! Keeping it slick, y'all. Can I see your eyes? Eyes are the window to my soul, and I'm not quite sure that I'm ready to introduce you to my soul. I mean, I give you my soul in my music, my funkin' soul right here. I give you my heart. I put it all there, but can you look into my eyes? Very few people look into my eyes. My mama could look into my eyes. My lover could look into my eyes. As to the rest of y'all, hold it back right there. I don't have to be a power slave. Power slave, man. I didn't really learn a lot of that stuff. Oh, you know what I did once? I learned that. I hadn't played that in a long time, so I messed that all up. And then Steve Harris gonna see this, be like, "Oh, Beau Nair's messing up Iron Maiden," and be like, "Fuck, I didn't practice this shit. Come on, man." Something like that. Steve Harris is amazing. What that guy does with his hand at the end of the night, his hand probably looks like a chicken claw. Ah, man, I can't move my hand. How does he do it? I almost had silly love songs going on there. There's another guy, McCartney, with the Rickenbacker right there. So don't stereotype me too much, right? You know me. Yeah, I'm gonna surprise you with some of the stuff that I come out with. I ain't gonna fit in your idea of what a white guy with a beard is all about. I'm gonna lay it down. Yeah. Well, I think it might be time to give all the animals outside of my cabin here a little break from the sound of my bass. And plus, your mom's getting wet there. She keeps leaving me little messages. I didn't want to cause a little probably slip off the rattan sofa. Y'all having a good night out there? I hope so. It's always nice to drop in and check you out live, answer some of your questions, and, just have ourselves a little time together. I haven't quite figured out how to do this all professionally, so I'm just hanging with you on a casual tip, right? Speaking of tips, I got a tip for you. Trust yourself. Trust your gut. You know what's right. You know what you're doing. You know that dream you have. It's yours. Grab it and ride it like a unicorn. But don't play leapfrog with a unicorn. That's what they used to tell us back when I was at Hogwarts. That's right. Your mother gave me Hogwarts as well. Squealed like a pig for me. Oh, if you remember that movie, your prostate might be too far gone by now. Oh my goodness gracious. You know what I really enjoy? A lot of you write me and tell me what your favorite songs are of mine. I'm putting together a live show. It's important that I play songs that people gonna want to hear. And when I look on some of the different streaming services like Spotify or Amazon Music or what's the other things that are out there, and I look up in my music, it's interesting to see what's up top, what songs are getting played the most. And sometimes I'm like, really? All right. And then I'm more likely to probably take that song and put it in the live set and bring it out to you. But if you got special requests, and I'm going to be putting a show together. I don't want to leave a song behind where you're like, oh, dude, I need to hear Schlong live. I know you do. Hear it, see it, feel it, smell it, taste it, the whole 9 yards. But it's a multi-sensory, multi-dimensional, unexpurgated trip through my mind when we get together. That's right. That's right. We do. But I enjoy being here with you every time. I can just hang out on TikTok live all night. I do the dishes and cook and talk to you about stuff. I feel like at the end of Mr. Rogers, when Mr. Rogers comes in, he's like, you're just perfect the way you are. Just being yourself. Just the way you are, Billy Joel. Come on, Charlie Brown. You really are special. It's such a good feeling to know you're alive. It's such a happy feeling. You're growing inside. And when you wake up ready to say, I think I'll make a snappy new day. It's such a good feeling. A very good feeling. The feeling you know that I'll be back when the day is new. And I have more Beau Nair for you. And you'll have things you'd like to talk about. I will too. That was 4, but you got the picture right there. Give you 2, give you 4. Hey, man, like the doubling cube in the backgammon game. We gonna play backgammon later? Yeah, right? We'll gammon you right in the back. Many people play backgammon anymore? You out there playing Parcheesi? What you people doing? What games you playing? Y'all playing video games. I see. It's a video game generation. Oh, I don't know, man. Play Monopoly, but who wants to learn about capitalism? I think you're getting a pretty good lesson out there right now. Although I got to say, pretty interesting what's going on. It's interesting the heights of corporate profits and the heights of prices of certain things, like in the food industry. Makes me feel like, and I'm just going out on a limb here, they're raping everybody over the coals of taking way too much money for food, which we all need to eat. Not everybody grows their own. You grow your own? Got the farmstead? Doing it? Come on. If you got some land, I could listen to you all day. I could watch you all day. I could hang out with you all day. I could put you on my lap like Santa and listen to all your wishes and dreams. I could listen to everything that you want in your stocking. I could listen to the type of stuffing that you want your stocking to have. That's right. Whoo-wee. You tell me things like that. It makes me feel all good inside. You like to be good inside too. You grow your own food, all right. That's what I like to hear. Even if you got like a tomato in a pot or something like that, or some watermelons in the toilet, just as long as you're growing something, that's cool. I like to tend to an orchard full of food, chickens and all sorts of stuff. It's the kind of life I like to live. The kind of life where if a civilization broke down, I just keep going on with my life. And maybe chew my leg off. I ain't gonna chew my leg off. I might lick barbecue sauce off it, but I'm glad. You know, there's something about growing your own food. It's like printing your own money. Growing your own food is like printing money, y'all. You drive around. Do this tomorrow when it's light, because I'm assuming it's dark where you are, because it's dark where I'm in. I'm in California. Drive around, look at everybody's yard, and imagine how much room they got for fruit trees. Crazy, right? Everybody with an orchard full of food, right? Just out there shooting squirrels. Bam! Oh, man! Nope, I'm catch and release squirrels. Actually, I just saw this thing where it's like looks like a leaf blower, but you put it in a hole and you turn it on and the carbon monoxide and they all just go to sleep. No pain. Just everybody's, feeling kind of tired. Oh, me too. Why don't we take a little nap forever? Hey, man, people looking for humane ways to keep the critters away. I was keeping one of them owls on me, and the critters are a problem. Ground squirrels can kiss my tuchus. That they can. You know, I put up nets and all sorts of stuff. Them squirrels are so handy, they can get through just about anything. I'm thinking I'm going to make the big, like a giant spring, held down a little teeny pin attached to a peanut. And the squirrel gets up on that. Oh, I found a peanut. And goes and pulls the peanut, pulls the pin, and boom! Go turn him into a flying squirrel. Send him out over the mountain. Take me across the sky. Come on, Ozzy Osbourne, Randy Rhoads. Over the mountain, flying high again, Diary of a Madman, Blizzard of Oz. If you know these albums and what I'm talking about, get your prostate checked. Ho! I'm just telling you, I care about you. I want you around for a long time. We're just getting our relationship started. I don't want you, oh, my prostate seized up. I know what happens with that. Something happens that's bad, and you got to get it before it goes bad, and then you can save it, and you can go on with your life. But men are afraid. If I go to the doctor, and I bend over, and he puts his finger all up my butt and touches my prostate, what if I get aroused? Like, well, what if you don't? Oh, my goodness. I mean, you touch your prostate, you're bound. Something's going, it's just like a reflex. Flex. Come on, Duran. I don't think that's what Duran was writing about when they were singing the reflex. Hungry like the wolf, for sure. So it's about your taint, but the reflex, when the doctor touches your prostate. Listen, don't, people all be worrying about stuff. Worry about dying, all right? Get it checked out until they have a way to wave a wand around you and stuff like that. You have squirrels here. Hopefully they don't have squirrels in your prostate. That's a really bad problem. Oh, man. Them ground squirrels are wily, though. I'll tell you. Coming at my peaches, I'm like, ain't gonna fly. But if I can get that spring down, maybe a squirrel will fly. That would be really funny, too. Whoa! Get that Mark Rober guy to build me some sort of squirrel catapult. Pow. They're smart, though. People say, well, can't kill them. They're cute. Can I kill a rat? Well, you can kill rats. They ain't cute. But being cute gets you saved. Ridiculous. I'll even buy you crackers in your licorice. You're cuter, you're saved. What's that all about, man? Next thing you're going to tell me that I ain't going to say it, man. There's a certain line with humor that it'll come to you and you'll be like, I can't believe, you got to have a little bit of filter. I care about you people. I don't want to offend anybody out there. You have squirrels here. You hunt and fish. Oh, how about that? I don't fish, but I do eat fish. And I definitely don't hunt and I don't eat the meat. But catch and release hunting, that's what I'm all about. You just rope it, hug it for a minute, and then let it go. Come here, bear. Come here, deer. Give it a big old hug. Smooch it up on the antlers. I'm sure that's going to be fine. Then catch and release. Catch and release fish. Get home that day. How was your day? Oh, man. Had the weirdest day. Something hooked me in the lip and then yanked me out of the water. Oh. Didn't know what was happening. I'm wiggling around on the dock and some guy smacking me in the face and people are laughing at me and somebody spilled a beer. I don't even know what the beer was until I got it spilled all over me and then they ripped it out of mine and threw me back in after they took a picture with me. So guess what? I'm on social media. I think I'm famous. Famous fish. This is just a mile a minute. Put it in that frying pan. You know my song. Oh, I love that. Quoting Beau Nair. That's right. In your frying pan. Something gushy in your pants makes me think you're squealing with sheer delight. Thank you for listening to my songs. You know, I put them in there. All the humor and the jokes and the Easter eggs and the little hidden sayings and the little cool funky bass things and all that kind of stuff. I tuck it all in there for you like a big a burrito or a taco of funk that I deliver to you hot and fresh. All you got to do is put it in your mind hole. Just try it on. I'm telling you, you can start. You don't have to go back to my first record and go in order. You can go backwards, hit the last one, Life is Beautiful, and then kind of go backwards from there, you know, Appetite for Seduction and Dark Side of the Moonshine and all that kind of stuff. You'll be like, man, This guy had a lot of records. How many years? 9 months. 9 albums in 9 months. That's the whole thing. When you're listening, you're like, I did it. I said that. I pointed to the fences like Babe Ruth. I did. I said, I'm going to do 9 albums in 9 months. I was writing songs like a madman. I'm still writing songs like a madman. Like Salvador Dali said, the only difference between a madman and I is that I am not mad. Mind blown. Oh, you should check me out for sure. I would hope you check me out. That's good farming music, really good music for any time, but super funky, super feel good, and not to be played around anybody with the impressionable mind. Your mind's impressionable enough. I hope to leave a good impression on your mind, singing about chickens and farming. Not singing about that. I'm singing about funk and booty and lawns and all sorts of things. So I hope you like to laugh. I hope you like to dance. I hope you like to get a little dirty. I didn't shy away too much. You know, I let it out. I'm an adult making adult music. I mean, come on. I mean, everybody, when you're a kid, you find something you shouldn't hear, right? Kids nowadays be listening to Biggie Smalls. Go, oh my gosh, we said the word mother. You're going to be some of that. Just prepare yourself. But I remember myself as an impressionable 7 or 8-year-old finding that first Richard Pryor album. Top to bottom, I listened to it over and over again, reveling in the characters that Richard spilled forth. I really dug that record. And I didn't really realize it was inappropriate. I just realized all the genius within. I wasn't, like, oh, the words are so dirty. I just was swept up. Now I look back and I'm like, wow, I can't believe I heard all that stuff at 7 or 8. But I didn't turn into a I don't know, terrible person or something like that. Actually turned into a much more compassionate guy. How about that? Old school. The school is old, but don't discount it. A lot of modern stuff is fluffy, fly away, little floaty bits in the wind. You got to dig back and get to the solid stuff. I'm laying down some solid stuff for you. This bass here's on every single one of my 9 albums, funking it up. You listen to that, seriously, listen to every single album. To hear the bass line in there, just digging in and moving you around. Whoa, what's going on with my booty? It's like I put a quarter in the machine and but it's free. You put a quarter in your butt. Boogie in your butt. A hot cup of brim. Fit it to the rim and put it in your butt. Eddie Murphy, anybody listen to that Eddie Murphy record? Boogie in your butt? You remember that record? Get your prostate checked. You know what I'm saying. Interesting career there Eddie Murphy had. He had some early stuff that has now, looking back, a little questionable. But you got to understand the way things were back then. It didn't seem inappropriate, and everybody kind of went along with it. And now we look back, and some of that stuff was terrible. Now we can still look back and laugh at Don Rickles, knowing how inappropriate he was, because he was inappropriate to everybody. But it's the people who were casually dropping stuff that you're like, yeah, you can't do that. I think it's important to recognize the humanity. Now, at the same time, I'm going to make a lot of jokes at the expense of your mother. So it has nothing to do with her race, creed, or color. It has to do with Old Yeller. That's what I call her. Oh, man, she's a hoot and holler, Old Yeller. Oh! Old Screamer's more like it. Old Strumpy, perhaps. Nope? Okay. Well, what about a little red, white, and blue then? A little patriotism? All right. Well, Shaquille, if you can't have it both ways. No, I ain't going to sing I Want It Back. I Want It That Way by the Backstreet Boys. Tell me why ain't nothing like the real thing. Tell me why. That's all. Come on, man. Don't make. I never want to hear you say, I want it that way. That's all you get, Shaquille. I ain't a jukebox. I ain't some sort of tribute act to you. I will sing some songs. If you name a song and I know it, I will sing it. But a lot of people ask me songs I don't know. I ain't don't know any of the modern country stuff, but I'll sing the crap out of the Monster Mash. You know what I mean? I mean, I know certain songs backwards and forwards and cold. Other ones I don't. You ask me about like a Morgan Wallen song, I have no idea. But you want me to sing "I Buy You a Daisy a Day" by Judd Strunk, I'll launch right into it. What about Solitaire? There was a man, a lonely man. I feel a little lonely too. And solitaire's the only game in town. I think that was a song about onanism. Not to get into a biblical discussion, but those of you who know what I'm talking about. Okay, well, I see. I do not know the punchline to that joke. Eskimos. Nope. Okay, so some of y'all with your questions and comments is a little interesting. Things fly by me, and I'm like, oh, they're coming by really quick. And I'm like, Lord Tennyson, Circus, Ringling Brothers, what? Am I? People got to give me a little time to soak it in and absorb what you're telling me. Tell me something, I'm going to tell you something good. Rufus, Shaka Khan. Let me rock you, Shaka Khan. I like bread and butter. I like toast and jam. Y'all ever listen to Alan Sherman? Did we talk about Alan Sherman? Okay. Well, people ask me, what'd you grow up on musically? And I think Alan Sherman was a big influence, a turning point in my life. And I don't know if people remember Alan Sherman. He had a lot of funny records. I think he unseated the Beatles at one point. Crazy stuff like that. Louis Armstrong unseated the Beatles with, I think, Hello, Dolly. Hello, Dolly. This is Louis Dolly. That's all you get. Come on, Shaquille. I can't do too much Louis Armstrong. You get like your throat shredded out. Like you're trying to do Tom Kiefer. Sing Nobody's Fool. I'm your fool. Nope, ain't gonna happen. I can't fall until you fall for your eye. 80s metal, man. Okay, Nobody's Fool. That was one of the great power ballads. One of the greatest. Still Loving You by the Scorpions. Another one of the great power ballads. I mean, we could get into a whole discussion on this. We could do a whole hour just on the strength of songs where people were, but the chord changes to just bring it down. Still Loving You. And Nobody's Fool by Cinderella. You tell me, what other songs are up in that realm of power ballads? I mean, it's got to be good. It can't be just, it can't be just a ballad. None of that just acoustic stuff. More Than Words is lovely, ladies, in extreme. But talking about power ballad, a ballad that's played with. One could say that Faithfully by Journey is kind of a power ballad, right? You could go there. Open Arms, power ballad. And those would qualify because Steve Perry Journey. But in the oeuvre of hair metal, help me out with this. I mean, I think those two songs, Nobody's Fool and Still Loving You, are way above a Bon Jovi, I'll Be There For You. It's up there, way up there, right? But what other songs? You guys not hip to your 80s metal power ballads or what's going on over there? Huh? Then there's songs that start off with a ballad part and then they kick in heavy, like Winter's Call by, that's right. I said Winter's Call by Badlands. Ray Gillen, rest in peace. If you guys are like, what are you talking about, man? You're naming people that, I'm talking about things that any reasonable person should know about 80s heavy metal. It's not like I'm expecting you to know that Pepsi Tate sang for Tiger Tails. Rest in peace. It's not like I'm expecting you to know all four members of EZO would be a lot cooler if you did. But it's okay. I do know my stuff. My stuff is deep. And I know stuff as well. The band stuff. You got Gordon Edwards, Richard T., Steve Gadd, Chris Parker, Cornell Dupree, and Eric Gale. Not Eric Gale's, different guy. Eric Gale had his own solo career as well. Part of Me and Multiplication and Ginseng Woman. And then you got Richard T. with Natural Ingredients and Cornell Dupree, Teasing. Oh, Richard T was stroking. And not the same stroking as stroking to the left. I stroke, you know that song, Stroking, right? Of course you do. Song your mother used to dance to down at the Spearmint Rhino. Hey, well, so in terms of power ballads, I mean, everybody had to have one at some point, but sometimes she cries and all this kind of stuff. Fly to the Angels. Fly to the Angels kind of hit the mark there, but for me, and I don't know quite if you call it a power ballad, so work with me here. Take It On the Run by REO Speedwagon. They were not a metal band, I know. But as far as a ballad that is powerful, and then you hit that Gary Richrath guitar solo, man. Gary Richrath, one of the great melodic guitar players of the 80s, along with Neil Schon, of course. Certain people, they just had a flavor where they were speaking with the guitar, and it just came out, and you could just sing the parts. You know what I'm talking about? You know what I'm talking about. Sing the parts, singable parts. I have singable parts. Oh. We're having fun tonight, y'all. It's like a campfire, but there's no fire, and we're not a camp. We're just hanging out in a hot July. Y'all sweating out there yet in climate change? The climate change ain't real. Huh, that's why your AC's going. Wake up. We out of time. It happens, y'all. Power ballads. Let's get back to 80s power ballads. We can listen to them while the Titanic of Earth sinks into the morass of human ignorance and hypocrisy. Yeah, I said morass. One of my favorite words. What would you like, Beau Nair? Hey. And don't forget the word assassin is the only word with 2 asses in it. Okay. There's actually 2 asses and then the word in. I kind of like it. There's a lot to that, right? A lot to unpack. So I really appreciate your comments. I do have honey buns. How about that? No, maybe, kind of. Okay, sometime, always. Donkey Kong Jr., Freakies, Freaky cereal. All right, got it. Quisp cereal. Okay, just trying to answer questions as fast as I can. They're flying at me. Tempest. Okay. That's about. No, I can't do that. Fountain of Lamb Nest. Yeah, I know they were young when they made that. That was crazy stuff. Tony Romeo, right? Or Romeo. I don't know if you pronounce it Romeo or Romeo. You were always on my mind. Partridge Family. Look that up. That's a good one here. Hotter than Hades in Mississippi. Whew. Man, I can only imagine. California is really warm. I mean, Mississippi is like warm and sweaty. We're at least like kind of a dry warm here. Dry warm is one thing. Sweaty warm is another thing. And when you get that humidity going up in your I'm on TikTok. I can only say so much, but your crevasse. Hey, how about that? You get a little humidity in your crevasse. It's uncomfortable to say the least. Well, hopefully you're having yourself the cool one, maybe lay there with the fan. You ever freeze like a big block of ice? You take a big Tupperware, fill it with water, you freeze it, and then you put that in a place and you put the fan blowing over it at you. You lay there with your legs spread and just let it cool your genitals. That's a nice thing to do. We call that the Mississippi Cold Rush. Enjoy that. You never heard of that in Mississippi? Oh, imagine that. I'm bringing it back around to you. Did a lot of traveling across the United States, and when I went to Mississippi, I had to learn that one and learn it quick. It's kind of like the Alabama Cold Rush, but I did it in Mississippi. Oh, man, Missippi. Lots of cold shower. I know what the cold shower is supposed to represent. You want to tone down the sexuality, and you're, I'm getting too hot. Ooh, I need a cold shower. I'd rather just take care of business. You know what I'm saying? I think you do. I don't need to tamper it down. I need to flame that fire up and burn it out. Well, I'm just saying, everybody's got their thing. Some people want to bring it down, and I need to rise like the flames, like a phoenix rising from the ashes. Ashes of what? I don't know. Shake your ashes. Uh, Cherokee Meek. How about that? It's a nice name. Cherokee. Does that come from a Native American source, or parents just had like a vision or something like that? Taking ayahuasca at the campgrounds. Oh, she's going to be named Cherokee, and we're going to love her. And then it was a boy, but they named him Cherokee anyway. I love those kind of stories. Parents are like, we know what we were doing. You changed the plan on us, but we're going to keep going with it. There's some of you out there growing up with some really messed up parents, and I'm sorry for that. And you're going to be the survivors that are going to make it out of there, right? Make it out of that crazy situation, living with these people that have no business parenting. And there they are telling you what to do with your life. Bide your time, save your money, work on your dreams and your talents and your skills for what you really want to do, and hit the ground running. Set yourself up for success. Show them with your actions. Show them. Actions speak louder than words, Ben Franklin. Then when you bring home to Ben Franklin's, they start thinking a little differently, right? Than when you're bringing home to Thomas Jefferson's. All right, I'll take some Thomas Jefferson's. You are 3/4 Cherokee Indian. Well, I'm appreciative of that. I have a very special place in my heart for the Native Americans and indigenous people really everywhere. They're trampled upon by conquest and capitalism and empires and egos. Just horrific history that it's important to know about, not forget, not repeat. So I wish you peace. I hope that you are the embodiment of everything that you are carrying forward, and then some. How's that? Well, it's been really fun hanging with you all here, but I gotta go work on a new tune that I'm working on with the bass guitar here, as you kind of heard. But I'm gonna be releasing some videos coming up in here in August and September, so you're gonna see a little more Beau Nair. Whew. Of course, I come back on here and hang out with you all. I'd like to see you, check out what you're doing. Listen to my music, check out my stuff. I think some comedy records out there too, making some funny phone calls to people. Might have to dip another one or two of those on you too. It's been good hanging out, talking, vibing, chilling, all that kind of stuff. Chilling like a villain, killing. Hey, man, I can rap, I can rhyme, I can do it anytime. That's part of what I do. My name is Beau Nair, and I've been enjoying myself, and I hopefully you enjoy myself as well. You enjoy myself. Let me say it one more time. You enjoy myself. All right, Beau Nair.